What type of problem is this? Division. Okay, so draw your bar and you keep all the bigs where they're at. So we got a 3 and a 4. Okay, and now we're ready to do the subtraction. Now this one is a little bit tricky. Let's think about this. What happens when I move something to the bottom? It turns from a negative to a positive. So if I have something like this, x to the negative 2, and I move it to the bottom, it becomes x to the positive 2. It works the same way. If I have something on the bottom and I move it to the top, it's going to become x to the negative 2. Okay, so be very careful because there's only one a and it's on the bottom. So is there anything to subtract it with? No, so leave it where it's at. Okay. And then the b's, there is something to subtract. So we're going to have b to the 0 minus 2. It's going to be negative 2. So you're going to have 3 over 4, b to the negative 2, a to the 2. Okay, then where does that b to the negative 2 go? It's got to go on the bottom. So you're going to have 3 and a 4, a squared, b squared. Okay, look at 31, and you guys need to get your calculators out because I can't do all these in my head. 252, what are some factors of 252?
2 and 126.
2 and 126?
Yeah.
Okay, what about 126? 2 and 63? Okay, 63?
3 and 21.
Okay, 21? 3 and 7. Okay, we know that we're done because on all parts of the tree I have, and I need these numbers, 2, 3, 5, or 7. Okay, I got 2, 2, 3, 3, 7. Okay, so what is our group number?
2.
2. Okay, how can you tell?
Because
There's nothing there.
There's nothing there, so there's really a magic 2 there. And how would we explain that in layman's terms? What does that mean, our group number? You guys are thinking too hard. What's the example I always give you about the group number?
outside.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, but we can go where? We could go to the mall, or we could go to Kroger, whatever, as long as there's how many of us?
2.
2. We got to go in groups of 2. Okay, so who can go?
2 and 3.
2 and 3, and where do those go?
Outside.
Outside. How many do I need to put?
1.
1 of each. Okay, for every group.
Don't you time
For every group that we throw on the outside, we can put 1 on the outside. And one of the kids I was explaining to the other day, so if you and your little sibling go to Kroger, right, and you got to walk your little 5 or 6-year-old sibling to Kroger, and I'm a mom, who am I going to give my debit card to?
The oldest.
The oldest one, right? I'm not going to give my friggin' 5-year-old my debit card. Like, I'm going to give it to you. So who pays at the checkout? The oldest. Okay, you don't send both of you guys with 2 different debit cards to the checkout. You send one person for every group. Only one person gets the debit card for every group. Okay, so that's a way to think about it is just by doing that, okay? So, and we put the 7 back on the inside. He can't go. Okay, this 2 and 3, what do we need to do with them? We got to multiply them. So you got 6 to the, and then a 7 on the inside. All right. What about 33? What are some factors of 27?
3 and 9.
Huh?
3 and 9.
3 and 9. What about 9? 3 and 3. Okay. What's our group number?
3. 2.
2 is our group number, so we need to go in groups of 2. Who can go?
1. One group of 3.
One group of 3. Okay, and that goes on the inside. What about the other one? Can he go?
No.
No? Okay, and then what about the ends? One of them can go. Okay, we have 2 ends. It says n squared. So of those 2 ends, one group of them can go. So it's going to go on the outside. Okay, look at 35. What are some factors of 128?
64.
2 and 64? Huh? Okay. 64.
30, I mean, 32.
2 and 32? 32. 2 and 16? 16. 2 and 8? 8. 2 and 4? 2 and 2. Okay, what's our group number? 2. Be very careful when you're going through and doing this, okay? So we got 1, 2, 3. So how many 2s can go? 3 of them. Okay, so we put 2, 2, 2. How many do you have left? 1. 1 goes on the inside. Okay, what about the M and the N? How many of them can go? None of them. Okay, we have 1 M. Okay, can he go? No, he doesn't have a partner. He's got to go back on the inside. And we have 1 N. Can he go? No, so he's got to go back on the inside. Some of you guys, you got all the way down to this part the other day. And this is the part that you got screwed up. I think you said 2 times 3 and you put a 6, but it's not. It's 2 times 2 times 2. Okay? And I would say about at least 30 of my freshmen did that. Okay? So make sure that it's really 2 times 2 times 2. So 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8. Okay? Okay, the last part is compound interest. Okay? Let's see. Who remembers the formula? What's it start off with?
3,000.
Well,
3,000.
P parenthesis 1 plus
Point something.
Fraction.
Over
0.0.
a fraction. What goes on top? What letter?
Point
7.
0 something.
Letter.
0.07.
R.
R over
N.
N to the
I don't know that one. I forgot.
NT. And this is an exponent. Okay? Now, what is the P?
The P is.
The big number.
Okay, but a little bit more. What's the P?
The money is sort of.
The money deposit. Okay? It's the money deposit. What about the R?
Rate.
It's the rate, the percent, okay? And we need to convert to what?
Number.
A decimal. Okay, it's got to be a decimal or it won't work. Okay, what about the N? What's the N?
Number of something.
Read through it. What is the N?
The balance. After 4 times a year. After months on D.
The times a year, the compounded, okay? It's the compounded. Okay, what about the T?
How many years?
Yeah, it's the amount of years. Okay, and then after that, it's easy plugging it in, okay? So, our initial amount is going to be 3,000, 1 plus, what's our rate?
Our rate is
7%.
So, what am I going to write as a decimal?
0.08.
0.07.
Oh, no.
Okay, what about my N? I'm following the formula. What about my N?
3.
3. And then my NT.
4.
4.
And then times it. 12.
Yep, so it's really right here. This NT is going to be 3 and a 4. But we can't type it in on the calculator like that. So you need to change it. What is 3 times 4?
That's 12.
12. And so when you type it in the calculator, it's really going to be an exponent of 12. Some of you guys are forgetting to put that exponent and you just put the 12, a big 12 next to it. Okay, and what do you get for your value?
3,900.
3,956.
56.64.
0.64?
Yeah.
Why do we stop at 6.4?
I don't
Because
know.
that's the amount it adds up to.
It's cents, right? So when we're talking about money, you don't go into the gas station and be like 64.6625 cents. You're like, what the hell are you talking about? Okay, so it's money, so we stop at cents, 64 cents. Okay? What about the next one? Rodney, how do we set it up?
You put 6,500
6,500.
plus,
1 plus.
and then, what's that?
Okay.
And then you do 0.08
0.08.
under the 4, and then 6 on top, but then you times it with 24.
6 times 4, which is 24. So you could cross that off and put a 24. 10,000 and what? 454. 84. Somebody agree?
Yes, I agree.
Huh?
I agree.
Okay. Okay, go back through and do the other side. If you want to work with a partner, you are more than welcome to. It's not a half-seas thing where like you do half and then they do half and you guys copy off each other.
Is that a 3?
Okay?
I thought we just did this last week. Is this
Oh, never mind. That's
It's a different one.
the same thing, but.
It is the exact same.